Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to achieve this beautiful rainbow effect on the outside of your cake and how to get this lovely, stunning checkerboard cake on the inside. So you're going to need 3 cakes and you need to dye those red, yellow or green or any colours you like. Then you want to level off the top. And the best part of this cake is when you take off the lid and you've got this beautiful red colour on the inside. So you want to do that to all the cakes. For a full video of how to ice a cake and how to level it and all things like that, I'll leave a link in the description box below. To do this to all 3 of your cakes, and then we want to take off this caramelised brown bit from the side. So take a plate or something that's just a tiny bit smaller than your cake and just use a knife to cut off, use it as a guide and just cut off that brown bit on the outside, because I find that when you cut into the cake it just looks a lot nicer if it's just completely green or red or yellow. So do that to the rest of your cakes, and then we need to do the rings to make the checkerboard. So just take your cakes and you want to find something that's about 2/3 of the diameter and about 1/3 of the diameter, and we're going to use these to cut out our cake. To place them on the cake, and just use a knife just to cut around them, and these are going to give us our rings. If you have circle cutters, of course, this would obviously be a lot easier, but I didn't have any. So just find anything that you can and just cut around them. Okay, and then you can split up your rings and just pop them to one side while you work with the rest of the cake. So just be very gentle because they are very fragile, and just pop them out and just put them all to one side. Now you've got all your rings, you want to place your red ring and your yellow ring, your medium yellow ring and your big green ring, your medium green ring and your big red ring, and then you just want to place your little circles in all the cakes which don't yet have that colour in. So now that we've done that, we can start to assemble our cake. So add a small amount of buttercream onto the board and just add your first layer of cake. Then once you add your first layer of cake, you need to add a small amount of buttercream to the middle. Again, if you want to learn how to do this, then click the link in the description, there's a full video there. So just add some buttercream and just smooth that out so you get a nice even layer of buttercream. I find if you have a really nice white buttercream, this contrasts the pop of colour and it works really well. So I'd recommend using white buttercream rather than like a chocolate buttercream or a coloured buttercream, but it's your choice. Add your next layer of cake and more buttercream. And then you just want to keep layering up buttercream and cake until you've done all 3 of your layers. You can of course make this cake taller by adding more layers of cake. So add your top layer of cake, and then you just want to use your spatula just to push in that buttercream on the outside into the cake. Then once you've pressed all that buttercream on the sides, you're going to crumb coat the rest of your cake. If you want to learn how to crumb coat properly, again there'll be a link in the description box below to how to ice a cake, and I'll show you there. Now to get the rainbow effect on the outside. So take some blue buttercream in a piping bag and just pipe a ring around the base of your cake. Then just take a spatula and you just want to smooth it out roughly so it's flat rather than lumped on the side of the cake. This doesn't need to be completely smooth, as we are going to do a nice smooth over when we've got all the colours on our cake. If you need to, you can add a little bit of buttercream and then just smooth that out again, just till you got a nice even layer. Then add some green buttercream over the top of that, just above it, and don't worry if it slightly overlaps, this is probably better than having a gap. Again, just smoothing it out. Try not to blend your colours too much because we're going to be doing that later. Then you can add more yellow buttercream above that, again overlapping rather than leaving a gap, and smoothing that out. I think you're getting the idea by now. Then add a ring of pink buttercream around the top edge of your cake, and then I'm just going to smooth that down and over the edges slightly. So this is effectively getting buttercream onto the sides of our cake without actually having to pipe onto the outside of the cake, because I found that there was such a small gap to get the buttercream into, it was too fiddly and hard. So smoothing this over the edge of the cake is a lot easier. So keep adding more buttercream if you need to until you've got a nice even layer of pink buttercream on the edge. Then take a ruler or a bench scraper and you just want to smooth around your cake until you got one nice smooth layer. This is doing 2 things. It's A, blending the colours slightly, but it's B, giving us one smooth layer of buttercream. Add the rest of your pink buttercream to the top of the cake, and you just want to smooth that one off using a spatula or a palette knife. Take some white buttercream in a piping bag, a star nozzle, and just pipe a few swirls of buttercream. Finally, we're going to add some silver dragées on top of each of the balls. So So there you go, how to decorate a cake with rainbow icing and how to achieve this beautiful checkerboard effect on the inside. If you love this video, make sure you like, subscribe and leave a comment of what you'd like to see me make in the future.